What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over both of my trades today. One was around a 1 to 2 risk to reward, I think, and the other was a 1 to 1, a continuation trade. And in my opinion, this was an A+ setup, one that I would take every single time I saw. And we're going to go over it so that you can catch trades like these too. Looking straight into it, these are the two trades that I took. We're going to go over the first one first, so let's put this aside for now. So first off, looking for my bias coming into the day, I right away noticed that we were respecting this 1 hour fair value gap up here. So as you can see, we respected that overnight. And then we also had a lineup of 1 hour bullish fair value gaps here that seemed to be just getting inversed. So that gave me the bearish bias that I was looking for. And I had my set draws on liquidity, and so we're going to be going over the lower time frame now. So looking at the higher time frame, we respected a 1 hour bearish fair value gap, and then we inversed two bullish fair value gaps with momentum to the downside. So looking at the 5-minute time frame, we right at market open, or before market open, we had created this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. We ended up respecting that, and we also traded back into premium, which gave me an even more better feeling that we're going to be shorting. So we respected that 5-minute, and then going even lower, I wanted to see an inverse for my entry point, and on the 1 minute, we got an inverse right here, so around here, which I believe ended up being my entry point. Now, if I wanted to, I could have taken it maybe more up here after respecting the 5-minute and trading back into premium, but I just wanted to be safer, especially since I had a losing day yesterday, and I only need one more day after today to request a payout. So after inversing that 1 minute fair value gap, that was my entry point, and I was targeting overnight lows, which I'm going to mark out right here. So I was targeting overnight lows. Now, I took this on MNQ because I wanted to risk less. I used around three minis on MNQ, because I could have taken it on ES. I don't know if the same thing happened on ES, but I just wanted to risk as little as possible since I'm trying to preserve my capital. And honestly, with this trade, I was so confident that I could have taken it on ES or even NQ, but it turned out well. So going over everything again, setting up my bias before I started trading for the day, we respected a 1 hour fair value gap. Then we inversed two bullish fair value gaps with momentum to the downside, which gave me my bearish bias for the day. And then after this swing up, we had created a 5-minute before that swing up during overnight. During pre-market, we had created a 5-minute bearish fair value gap, which almost right at market open, we traded back into, respecting that fair value gap. And then that also caused us to trade back into premium, which gave even better signals for short. And then I used the 1 minute inverse fair value gap as my entry point and targeted overnight draws on liquidity. So that trade gave me around a $300 profit, and I was only risking about 150 maybe. Okay, looking straight into this, right after I took that trade, we had a tiny swing up, and I was mostly sticking to the 1 minute time frame on this because I was just looking for confirmation for a continuation trade lower. And I did think we were going to trade lower, especially because of how bearish our bias was, or especially for me. I know that some people had a bullish bias and maybe flipped it after. Maybe they just had a bullish bias, but for me, this was just completely bearish, and I saw nothing else, and I only saw shorts in this, and I was almost confident that we were going to keep trading lower. So I was looking for continuation. So once again, we respected a 1 minute, disrespected a 1 minute, entered 1 to 1, and it hit for not that much, because I only did around 2 contracts on this because I was happy with my trade before, so I was just trying to be safe. But I got around $75 on this one, And yeah, so I had around a $375 profit on the day total and 2 wins. Hopefully we can win tomorrow with a winning day, anything over 200, so I can request my first payout on this funded account. So going over both trades very quickly. Well, we already went over the first one. As you guys know, very bearish bias, as I already said. Respected a 1 hour, disrespected 2 1 hours, completely just dumping to the downside. And then we had a continuation trade here, respecting this 1 minute and disrespecting 1 minute, and it was all just very bearish to me. I didn't even seem like it was gonna retrace, so I just went with a safe 1-to-1 on that, and I had a good profit on the day. Hopefully you guys understood all the reasons that I took that trade, and both of them actually. The first trade, which was an A+ setup in my opinion, I got that trade in under 5 minutes, hit my full take profit, and then not even a whole 4 minutes after, we had a continuation trade that I also took, and it was all just very bearish to me. As I said, very bearish bias from the beginning. Pre-market, we were respecting and disrespecting fair value gaps, and then on the lower time frame, we were also respecting and disrespecting fair value gaps, also having price retrace or tap into that premium, and it was just perfect for shorts for me. And hopefully you understood all the confluences that I use to spot out these trades, and you can find trades like these by yourself too. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to watch the next videos.